So hello and welcome to Mixologist, the place on the internet where, boy do we get lucky. Now, case in point, this unit here, I bought it several weeks ago, and when it came in, I've kind of took it out of the box. It was one of those that I went on the internet, made a purchase, I put a bid, forgot about it, kind of computer says, you won the auction, so I paid for it, it's fine. But actually, I'm going to show you now that this is nearly a brand new carb. I can tell you why it's been installed, but it's nearly brand new. Not only that, the unit came with a nearly complete rebuild kit. Okay, there might be one or two things missing, but actually it's pretty much, all there. And a whole load of base plate gaskets, and this one which is like a heat isolator for the carbs. So this is I got nearly a free carb, because the value of this and this is kind of more than makes up for the carb. So now I'll show you the absolutely fantastic condition this carb's in. And actually, to be honest, when a carb is this good, I would probably install it just straight away without hesitating. Obviously, there is a bit of a risk doing that. I don't generally recommend that. Why? Because putting a carb, kind of changing a carb, swapping a carb over, even if you got the right manifold, it's about half an hour job, thereabouts, give or take, depending on the access. So if you put the carb in and then you start the car up and you realize that it doesn't work, well, that's not very good. So then you are into another half hour to take the carb off, taking the carb apart and then putting it back on. So a half an hour job turns into a 2 hour, 3 hour job, and that's not worth it. So it's always better to do it just the one time, make sure the carb is absolutely perfect, and then put it in the car so that you save the time. So that's the reason why even though I know this carb is in beautiful condition, I'm gonna have to open up some of it and change minor things, just in order to make sure that whenever somebody puts it in their car, that it's gonna work straight away without any hassle. So let me show you why I think this carb is absolutely new now. Okay, so why do I think this carb has been installed previously in a car? And the telltale sign is this. You got the witness marks here that it has been on an inlet manifold, and all four of the mounting holes have this kind of witness marks. So therefore it's definitely run. And also you can see it here, there is some soot, some very light carbon buildup, so that you can see that this carb has indeed run. However, it hasn't run for very long, and crucially, it's never been open. Why? You can see that because of the condition of the bolts, that it's obvious that they are absolutely brilliant, and also the adjusters for the fuel bolts, for the fuel level, they are in absolutely brilliant condition as well. Generally those get mangled when people trying to adjust it. So, and apart from kind of a little bit of dust, really this carb is absolutely beautiful. So now what I need to do is give it a very quick refresh in order to obviously make sure that once it's installed in the car, it's going to work well. But other than that, let's just take a few things off, give it a very, very quick refresh, and then see where we go from here. Okay, so the verdict is in, and obviously this is brilliant. This is really good. There are a couple of things though that I need to make some sort of commentary on certain things. So, for example, these gaskets, Holley markets them as being reusable gaskets. Well, that's a whole lot of bollocks. They're not. So never reuse gaskets, though these are kind of consumable things. Base plate gasket as well. You should. I don't reuse this if I can possibly help it. Accelerator pump diaphragm, also never reuse. And power valve, I never reuse. I think this power valve might be okay. I mean, you might want to try them maybe, but for me, for my own peace of mind, I'd rather put a new one, so I know for a fact that the client has received a kind of like a proper new thing. Anyway, I'll show you a bit closer what are the bits that I look out for when I assess the condition of the carb. The accelerator pump well. Generally, if there is kind of a lot of sediment here or at the bottom there, it means that there's been kind of contamination in the fuel. But actually, this literally brand new. And same here. If there is any debris at the bottom, I'm gonna need to do a very light cleaning in here. And now I'm gonna show you a good technique to do that. Once you've got everything kind of taken apart, it's a good time to check with the carb list number here, what is the correct jetting for it. So just to make sure you got it right. And the other thing is I always look inside there just to see if there's any kind of dirt on that back of the metering block, and as you can see here, there is a little bit of dirt here that we're going to clean. Now, what's going to be the cleaning strategy for this? Yeah, so I'm going to show you a technique that I use, and you don't need kind of like special tools or anything like that. So first of all, obviously you would grab a kind of carb cleaner. Doesn't have to be this one in particular. Get any spray, and obviously you would start spraying all of the passages with carb spray, and that would, you know, get them clean from the inside out. But also, what about things that are kind of on the outside or a bit more cosmetic? Okay, for that, what I do is I grab kind of a piece of cotton wool like so, and you know, I just spray on a little bit of carb clean in here. So you got the cotton wool with the carb cleaner, and for example, let's do this bit. So I basically attack it with the cotton wool and the carb cleaner like so, and look at the difference that this is making already. Obviously, for a carb like this that was in absolutely brilliant condition, as I've showed you, look what I've done. That's it. Compare this one to this one. This is absolutely 100% clean now. So so this is a good technique to use with your cotton wool and carb cleaner. So let me now and also I use this exact same technique for here, for the base plate. I get this nice and clean. Obviously I remove the cotton fibers kind of later, but this is actually a really good technique when you haven't got when you just have the cans. You don't need compressed air, you don't need any of that stuff. And actually, for a carb that is in this good a shape, this is absolutely good enough for everything. So what I'm going to do now is let me finish doing all of the kind of little cleaning jobs that I need to do. And then finally I'm going to show you how to test the fuel bowls, which is also quite important. I've cleaned out all the bits using my my technique of with the cotton wool and just the spray. That's it, that's all it needed. I'll show you a bit closer how it looks like, all the bits that I've done, and I'm going to tell you what's the last couple of bits that I check. Let's do that now. First of all, you always check that the diaphragm is okay. This one isn't, this one is. And basically you push it down, you stop there. There you go. That's how you know it works. That's all good. Then the other one. Obviously I've adjusted the fuel bowls and I put them obviously to the right level. Obviously brand new diaphragm here. And now what I do is I put in my vacuum pump here, like so. And if you haven't got any vacuum leaks, which there aren't at the moment, that means you're good. So that's done. Obviously I've redone the metering blocks as you can see them here. One thing that I did do is I rejetted the primary and the secondary because it came with 69 and 71, and I looked on Holley's website and it says that the primary needs 65 jets, so I've corrected that to what the manual says should be, which is quite important. And in the secondaries I put 70s rather than 71s, which was what came. So I think it was running probably over rich as it was. Anyway, and finally let me show you the result of the cleaning with the cotton wool. You've seen at the beginning of the episode that it was all kind of sooty around here. Now all of that has been sorted out, and same thing with the base plate. I need to clean up a bit, but it's essentially really clean in there as well. So now the only thing I need to do is I need to just slam this unit together, and I'll show you very quickly how it looks like once that is done. Look, I wish every carb that I work with would be as easy to do as this one. My life would be so much easier. But actually, alas, it can't be. But if you're lucky enough like me and you get a carb like this, now you know what to do without any special tools or anything. I'll show you the finished article, how it looks like. And here we go. Look at this. It does look absolutely beautiful, this carb. It's like brand new, very little use. So yeah, it's in really good shape. I had to do a little bit of adjustment with the accelerator pump there, but apart from that, everything's pretty much golden on this unit. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you find something useful in this kind of technique that I've just given you. And if you got any questions, put it down in the comments. If you want to buy this unit, get in touch. And I'll see you in the next episode.